At the finals, and today it's Montreal versus the Colorado Avalanche, and it is game one of the finals, really. Montreal, the number one seed. They took, Calgary took them to 7 games, but the 7th game was a blowout. They blew away the Oilers. That series wasn't as close as anybody wanted. And then the St. Louis series was close for 5 games, but the 6th game was a blowout. On the other side for the Avs, they beat the Leafs 4-2. They swept the Rangers, and what was supposed to be a closer series, they beat the Red Wings in a very, very difficult series. So this is going to be game one. It's going to be the Canadiens hosting the Avs, and in the best-of-7 championship series, we're going to go along, and we're going to... right now, it is going to be, number one versus kind of an upset team. But we all think, the Avalanche are good, but they're only from one era. That's how good their game is. Their team is. Montreal from all different eras. But the thing is, it's Patrick Roy versus Patrick Roy. And we're going to be ready to go. Here we go, Colorado and Montreal, game number 1, and we're underway. And Ray Bourque gets it back, but a hard hit, and Chelios will bring it the first shift. Here's Chelios, the save by Raw. Chelios again puts it in, and the stick goes in the air. Haydick again near the back. Haydick on the side. Haydick a hard hit to the corner. Behind the net, here's Rob Blake, and the stick gets in the way, and Ray Bourque will finally get it. They get it up to Haydick. Haydick coming around. They go to Tanguay. Tanguay trying to get it to the middle, and he can't. Chelios knocks it away. Larry Robinson was trying to get a hard hit, but they go to Sakic, the shot and the save. That's going to be Sakic again. Game number 1. They go to Richard. Here it is. Here's Henry. Henry Richard over to this side, loses the puck into the end. And Ray Bourque again across the ice to Haydick. Haydick will try and bring it up, loses it to Cornier, knocked away. Damphousse, the shot's going to be high. Hard hit and into the corner. Montreal is the number 1 seed. They did go to 7 games, but the 7th game, hey, Advocate, it is Advocate 8. It's good. Good to see you. I got my cats all settled, and that is good. Clinton Parks will have it, and that's going to be good. Here's Podine over to Haydick, the shot and the save. Raw again, and that's going to be a whistle. So Haydick a hard hit, and there it is. So it's going to be into the side. So here they go. Adam Foote down to DeVries. Over to Lemieux. Lemieux over to Bellevue. Bellevue to Cornier. Cornier will bring it around, and there's Foote. It'll be knocked to the side. Podine to DeVries. Tanguay again. Tanguay. They're going to hit it over, and that's going to be a power play. Colorado will be on the first one. Bellevue with the interference call. He was hit, but then he goes and he hits Raw. You can't do that in this league. A lot of penalties for doing stuff like that. And a little bit upset and angry, but I'm telling you right now, it is... They'll take it. Colorado and Montreal. Nothing here early. And they put it down. Yell. Adam Yell. Stephon Yell. No. Montreal is not on the power play. DeVry will have it. Remember, there's no offside in these rules. They go to the near side. They go to DeVry. Over to Podine. And that's a shot, a save. Subban, remember, goals are going to be at a premium because you have Raw on both sides. Bob Gainey will skate it down. They're shorthanded for Montreal. Oh, there's another delayed penalty. He was boarding. And DeVry again, and that's going to be a boarding call. It'll be 5-on-3 for a minute. And Colorado's looking good early. So early on, Bob Gainey. Never liked him when he was a Minnesota North Stars coach. And yeah, right from behind. You can't do that. So now here we go. Penalty will be boarding. Colorado and Montreal are tied at nothing here early. Robinson, they want to get it out. A big face-off win. But they spread it out. 3-on-1 and a save. Forsberg into the corner. Blake. And that's going to be hit. There they go. Let's see what they do. Morenz to Blake. The shot, and that's going to be a save. A very important early phase for this game. Very, very important. And the hard hit here. Let's see if Colorado can do anything about it. It's a 0-0 game. They put it down again. It's 5-on-3. Robinson over to Chelios. High and deep and all the way over. Here's Bork. Bork again will push it over to Blake. Blake over to Sakic. Joe Sakic over to Forsberg. Forsberg, this shot no good. And now they're going to push it over a 5-on-4 power play. Rob Blake from behind, this shot and away. Remember, Patrick Raw is both goalies. So that is really both teams. Right now, we're going to see who the better, in soccer, they would call them outfielders. Raw to Sakic, and they go to Forsberg. They want to kill the penalty. But here they go, power play. Push down, and that should be it. Bellevue to Subban, and that is the penalty. It was a 5-on-3, and they killed it both times. Langway over to Gainey. Bob Gainey, who had that penalty, held up into the side. Damphousse, couple of hits there. Damphousse will bring it down. Vinny D. Vinny D into the side, and a hard hit. Bork will get it and give the yell. Here's Podine. Podine all the way over. And Subban, oh, and it hit the stick. Podine again, Podine. And they bring it over to the near side. Here they go to Locke. Locke over to Bellevue, trying to get in the middle of the shot to save, and they hit him. That's another penalty, and Colorado's going to spend this entire time on the power play. How about that? Elmer Locke. And game one, it's not starting like Montreal wanted. Usually game ones, you want to start where the home team gets a lot of shots on goal and the home team gets up 3-0. You expect game one to be like that. The game two settles down, then when they switch venues, it switches. But right now, the visiting team of Colorado is doing well, and that's an icing. No, it's going to be a boarding penalty on Colorado, David Jones. And it is a penalty-filled fest. You can't do that. Not into the back. They are just telling everybody they're not going to take this. So David Jones will sit in the back now. And a little upset, but here they go now. It's a 4-on-4. It's going to be a 4-on-4 for, I don't know, for 140. Here's Podine. Podine again. It's going to be big ice. You're probably going to see a lot of glovings from Raw. The shot saved. Rebound, LaPointe. It's in front. It skaters away, but Lefevre will bring it in for Colorado. Here's Adam Foote. They go. Knocked away. And Colorado, there it is for Montreal. Mahavlich will bring it over to LaPointe, and here we go. LaPointe to Bob Gainey. The shot, it hit the post. It beat Raw, but it hit the post. Savard to LaPointe. The shot again. It'll tip away. Not much that you see screened Raw lose it, but he lost it there, but it didn't go in. Richard, the shot. No. Rebound. Gainey. No. Hit hard. And we're going to go 4-on-4. It'll be 5-on-4 for Montreal, very slightly. But that's going to be it. 16 seconds. Tanguay shorthanded. And LaPointe again to the near side. Here's Richard. They're going to skip it over to Morenz. Marin's 3-0. The shot, score! Maurice Richard to work it. 1-0 Montreal. They got a break. They had everybody down and changing lines. And it was 1-0, and it is 1-0. I mean, Lapointe even had the follow-up. And he let Maurice Richard, Rocket Richard, go in, and it is 1-0. Look at the hits. You know, Morenz is going to go ahead of Gordie Howe. Howe for 243 is also tied Detroit. Misleading stat, it should be hits per game. Richard again, and he's sandwiched into the corner. Of all that, Montreal gets the first one, and there it is, another penalty. Bork over to Yell, and Raw the save, and a penalty here, and it'll be boarding on Morenz. Corner, oh yeah, from behind, and they're establishing a tone early. They want this series to be wide open, and they want this series to be up and down. They don't want it to be people clawing their way into 1-0 games. Morenz up to 218 in hits. Gordie Howe at 243. His hits per game are going to be a heck of a lot more. Chelios, and that's going to be hit on the ground. Power play for the Avs. Another one there, and they're going to clear. So here come the Avalanche now. Rob Blake over to Lemieux. Lemieux and a miss. And they're going to bring it over to Sakic. Joe Sakic. The shot no good. It'll be off to the near side. Hit hard. They go to Sakic. Sakic shot, and he beat him again, and in front. No good. Hey, Lemieux. They go to Blake. They're going to go to Bork again. Here's Ray Bork. Forsberg. Shot no good. Hit hard. And the puck is on the ground. They're going to try and go. Forsberg shot, save Raw. And hit hard and on the ground is Forsberg. I think it was Forsberg, number 21. Wow, hit hard. A hard-hitting series. Well, this is it. This is it. This is it. This is it. And now they're going to put it down the power play. It is on the ground. The puck will go to the back. Colorado squandering all these power play opportunities. Almost doubling the shots of Montreal, but there's another run. Here's Henry Richard. Henry, and he gets knocked away. It's going to be a hard hit, and here they go. Colorado Yell into the corner. Damphus, Vinny D. Here's Vinny D. Trying to skate using his feet, but Bork will take it the other way. A hard hit here, already 23 hits. Here's Yell, 2-on-1. Here they go, the shot safe, and it's going to be no penalty there. Richard, they're starting to pull away. Mahavlich to Lange, and they go to Richard again. Here's Henry, maybe again, he scores! Slammed into Raw, but he scores! Maurice Richard! What a goal! His second! 2 breakaways and 2 goals for Maurice Richard. And it is 2-0. Maurice Richard, good night. And look at that. It goes in, then he hits them. What a goal now. And Mark Crawford is upset. 2 odd man goals. So Montreal would have to hold on. It's 2-0. Colorado is dominating the flow of the game. And now Richard is 18 points. And here we go. Maurice Richard. DeVry. Over to Parker. And it's going to be hitting on the back. And they go to the side, LaPointe. LaPointe to Mahavlich. They go to Bob Gainey. Gainey will bring it up. If it's 3-0, it would be big, but DeVry steals it away. They're going to go to Wolski. Over to Parker. They got to beat Raw 3 times to beat him. But right now it was one-on-one breaks. Here's LaPointe. LaPointe will bring it up. Colorado going. LaPointe, the shot no good. And it goes wide. Montreal starting to get a little bit more. Mahavlich, they go to Savard. The shot, no. Off to the side. And here they go. They're going to push it up to Wolski. Wolski will bring it into the Montreal zone. Wolski again. Wolski inside. The shot saved. Push hard. There's a pile up and a foul. And they're going to call a penalty against Colorado. So right now, Montreal, that's going to be a hard ringer. Savard over to Mahavlich. Mahavlich will bring it to Savard. The shot saved by Raw. And that's going to be a whistle. 2-0 Montreal, leading Colorado. Scott Parker will go on, and you can see now, hit hard near the net. They got to adjust, and they know it. In the box. They blew him away in game number 1. Here we go, Lefevre. High and trying to clear it out. Chelios again. The next goal's gone. They call it a 4-minute penalty. They call it a 4-minute penalty. I missed that one. They a double minor. So they got to kill really all of that. Really to the end of the period. Richard, no. And Raw will hold on, and that's going to be a whistle there. 2-0 Montreal, 15-11 in shots for Colorado. And you can see Larry Robinson getting decked right there by Joe Sakic. This is going to be a brutal series. We know this. Montreal, the number 1 seed. We seeded them by number of Stanley Cups. And Montreal is number 1. The Avalanche were down there, but they do have a good set amount of team. Here's Forsberg. Forsberg, the shot saved by Raw. And they're going to hold the whistle. No goal there. And they're bumping each other around with under 4 minutes to go. What a hard hit in this game. Oh yeah, it is absolutely brutal in a run and gun league. 2-0 Montreal. And now they're going to go down. Sakic kicks it to foot. And Damphus will have it. It's going to be another odd man rush as he brings it down. There's Cornier. Hit it. No. It'll be 5-on-3. And that's a penalty. It's going to be charging on Claude Lemieux. They're going to get a full 2 minutes at 5-on-3. And Claude Lemieux just went right into him. Right into his back. And that is right into his back as hard as he could. And it's now 29-27 in hits. A brutal, brutal game. So here we go. It's going to be 5-on-3 for 2 minutes. Montreal open it up. There's going to be the fake. And here's Uwe Krupp, and he wants to push it away. Lefevre will push it away again, and it goes all the way down. Here's Chelios, the hard hit to Larry Robinson. Over to Richard. Richard will pull it over, and Lefevre. Lefevre off to the side, Richard. And they're going to bring it in to Moritz. The shot, it's going to be a save with a minute to go. So Richard will have it go, and 2-0 Montreal. Borg over to Richard. Oh, the other one to Moritz, and it's going to be off to the side. Can Colorado take it? Richard to Robinson. Richard, no, and Borg, can he push it away? Here's Blake. Here's Rob Blake. He's to the near side, and a hard hit. And that's Larry Robinson who's going to get the foul. No, Maurice Richard. He ran right into Borg. Watch this. That was all on Patrick. That was all on Richard. He hit Raw right in the head. Hit him right in the head. And upset. He'll go into the box. And now it is going to be 4-on-3. So Colorado will get possibly some power play out of this. I don't know. They will. And Bellevue again. It's a 4-on-3. Jean Bellevue. They go to Damphousse. Vinny D. The shot score! Vinny D! His 14th of the playoffs. And Vinny D has made it a 3-0 lead. A power play goal by Jean Bellevue. Vinny D. Vincent Damphousse. You see they split it and he split it. And Patrick Roy was screened. And it went right in, and it's 3-0 Montreal. Montreal always went out with first-round upsets anytime we did tournaments like this. And now, right now, Montreal is looking good. Vinny D. Take a look at this. And what a goal. What a goal, what a goal. And now Montreal, there's Vinny D, 22 points in the leaders. And it is 3-0 Montreal as they pushed ahead. Once they cleared that early hump of penalties, this is their push ahead. Here's Adam Foote. Foote, the shot no good. Now for Colorado, you want to get one. It'll be 4-on-4. And then a power play for Colorado. The shot no good. And here's Tanguay. Now it's 3-0. I don't expect this to keep on going. But what I do expect is that Colorado will have maybe a chance and start to get back momentum. Can't hit that. Tanguay scores, and that's the one they needed. His 7th of the playoffs, and it's 3-1. It's 3-1, Alex Tanguay. We got to see whether this is the start to something big. As Colorado has scored. Look, it was intercepted by P.K. Subban and then picked up and scored. So ironically, if P.K. Subban hadn't touched it, it would have been a goal. It wouldn't have been a goal. Maybe not have. But Alex Tanguay stole it away, and it's now 3-1. So look at the points. Joe Sakic with 28. He's really got to get something going here. Montreal 3-1. And here we go. That'll be off to the side. DeVry. DeVry to the near side. Foote to Lemieux. And a hard hit. Here is Lemieux. They go over to DeVry. They push it to Foote. The shot no good. And Raw again. 4 seconds. 3-1. I think he might have been. He might be. I got to catch up with hockey. Hopefully I'll be in Cambodia. I know that Monday or Tuesday, but for next year. But here they go. 3 seconds. Richard again. 1 second, and that's it. And a hard hit by Subban at the very end. And at the end of one, the score 3-1. As you can see, Foote in the middle, and Raw, what great saves. Hard hits, Cornier right there, but the only goal for Colorado. But let's see if they can get this second one. I think it is too early to say game over or game on. But the next goal will definitely be game on if Colorado gets it. So we got to see just who gets the next one. Remember, 2 mistakes by Colorado. Here's Sakic, shot saved by Raw, and Robinson will have it as they bring it to Steele, and Sakic had another shot. Oh, you don't get that often, and he did there and missed it. Here we go the other way, and here's Haydick. Haydick again, hard hit into the corner. Sakic was 28 points. Haydick the shot, save Raw, butterfly. Chelios again into the side. It's going to be full strength. First minute of the second period. It's 3-1. Into the corner. It's almost like pro wrestling when they're all crawling to the puck because they're so beat up. Here's Richard and a hard hit. Bork over to Sakic. And they move it over to Damphousse. Damphousse again. Here's Vinny. Vinny will move it over. And they bring it to Haydick. Haydick again. Haydick to Chelios. Robinson over to the near side. And Vincent Damphousse. Damphousse again. They go to Cornier. The shot no good. And Patrick Raw will have it. 3-1 Montreal leads Colorado, and if you're Montreal right now, you know the next, I would say, 10 to 15 minutes are big. I really think Montreal, the pressure is on them to win game number 1 because they are the home team. And if Colorado wins, it's like the momentum will never be bigger. Blake over to Bork to the near side. Here's Podine. Podine again. Podine will move it. Podine to back. And Lemieux scores! And it's game on. You better believe that is 7th goal. And Claude Lemieux makes it 3-2. Podine and Bork. And there it is. It's now 3-2. So a couple steals, that's the thing that you can't mistake. It's like pro football or even college or even high school when the opening kickoff is returned for a touchdown and maybe a punt return for a touchdown, and people mistake that for playing well. Usually those are mistakes and the lead to 6 points. So now it isn't a mistake. Now it's 3-2 Montreal leading Colorado. And here they go. It's 3-2. And they're going to push it all the way down. Langway pushes it into the side. Over, and they're going to have it up. Here they go to Bellevue. Bellevue shot, save. And Subban to Langway. Hard hit in the back. And Colorado's 1 from tying it. Bork, they got men trapped and they can go. Here they go. They got people trapped. Here's Claude. He can shoot. He saves. Raw with the save. That's easy to say. It doesn't matter. In the middle, Defy. Can't have it. I saw him coming up. They shoot again. I think that was supposed to be a pass to Forsberg. But now they hold it. God, this is so much pressure. You know, in these games, this is like baseball in the fact that one mistake early can sway a game, and that's it for the series, you know. And in the St. Louis series, there easily were a couple mistakes St. Louis made to hurt. There's Yale and Detroit as well. Both games were done in 6. St. Louis had a lead on Montreal. Mahavlich in the corner and knocked away. Adam Foote. That was a great defensive play by him. Yale will go to Jones. Jones will move it up near mid-ice and hit hard. And now it's going to be pushed over. Here's Savard. Savard to LaPointe to Mahavlich. Over to Bob Gainey. Gainey to Carbonneau. The shot, that's got to be over to Raw. You got to be incredible. You got to be kidding me on this. A lot of this is, there it is, both Patrick Raws, the younger and the older. Very similar in stats. It's 3-2 though. It's really going to be opportunities, and right now it's Montreal skating. And the odd man breaks. Carbonneau the steal, Uwe Krupp. And they go to Haydick again. Haydick to Tanguay. Tanguay, and they go to Uwe Krupp then. Krupp will be knocked away. Robinson. Here's Guy Carbonneau. Carbonneau will move it out to Bob Gainey. Gainey to Mahavlich. A shot saved by Raw. And he's going to move it out to Lefebvre. Haydick again across ice. Tanguay. Krupp again on the near side. They want to change. Stolen by Tanguay, but he can't get the break. Chelios. Here's Chelios trying to put it ahead to Richard. They go to Marins. The shot saved. Kick saved. Haydick again knocked away. The puck will go near mid-ice. Robinson. It was a little too much. So Montreal 3, Colorado 2. They push it down, and it's Foot again. They're going to dump it up. It's going to be over to Langway. Forsberg, the hard hit. They go to Podine. And here's Scott Podine. And no, Foot again. Couldn't hit his man. Langway will push it over to Subban. They go over to Cornier, wide open. Here's another break. The 3 for 3. The 3 for 3, and Wildman breaks. And 1-0 breaks. Ross not stopped one. Cornier has scored. And it's 4-2. Hard to see, but they pushed it ahead. As Yuppie looks on. Yuppie is the old Montreal Expo. He is the old Montreal Expos. He is the old Montreal Expos mascot. He was kicked out of the game versus the Dodgers. DeVry, and no, Raw again to LaPointe. So now they need another one. And that's going to be a whistle. They're going to need another one. They are Colorado, and that is just deflating. When you're pushing ahead, then all of a sudden, boom, nothing. And then you go down one more. You saw the, and then it gets smaller. And here it is, Yell again. They go over to Foot, DeVry, over to Hinault, no good in front. Pounced around, and LaPointe will have it. They're 3 for 3, and 1-0 breaks. Geoffrin, and knocked away by DeVry. Geoffrin, Mahavlich. Mahavlich over to Savard. Mahavlich shot save. And that was a big save by Raw. Well, if he would have saved one of them, would have been 3-2. They got a man open. And out in front to Yell, and he's hit hard from behind. LaPointe, and there's a hit there. A lot of penalties in the beginning, but they've adjusted. Geoffrin again, over to Mahavlich. It was 3-0, but 2-1 ever since. Here's Worrell. Worrell, one-on-one. He's got to shoot it. He will lose it. And it goes into the corner to Chelios. Chelios to Larry Robinson. And he'll push it to Richard. Henry Richard will bring it over to the net. Hard hit, no good. And it'll be on the ground. They're going to try and get it going. Wolski. Wolski will hit it. And Wolski, it's going to be in front. It's like professional wrestling now. But who's going to make it? And Bork to Parker. They have to switch. Here's Parker again. Robinson will push it over to the side. Parker in a hit. Here's Richard. Richard to Worrell. Krupp. Krupp will go all the way and into the corner. Parker to Lefevre. They go to Podine. They go to Podine to Krupp. The shot in. Will it be tipped in? No. Rob will keep it alive, and here they go the other way. They know they got some people trapped. And they also know that Colorado is famished, but here they go the other way. Here's Claude Lemieux right off the bench. He's got one man. They go to Podine. He shoots and saves. And Raw will hold. My goodness. What a save by Patrick Raw. I totally missed it. I was looking at my phone because I have to move, and Bellevue scores. I got to take a look to see what happened, but it's now 5-2. Oh, he was right in the middle again. And I'm telling you what, right now it's Colorado. Now that's the thing. The question is, The skating right now from Montreal is doing very good. The skating is doing well, but the question is, will Colorado beat them up and slow them down? Whenever it's a half-court game or a half-ice game, it is whenever you use the end of the ice, the third of the ice, it's all Colorado. Whenever Montreal has it, and here's foot to Haydick. Haydick again, looking over, it's going to be a hard hit, and Danfus will go the other way. Here's Vinny D. Vinny D over to Bellevue. The shot no good, and Rob will hold on and a whistle. Montreal is just a little bit too much. I think it is this first game, it's just too much. Right now, they got to get nailed down. Haydick hit hard. It's 5-2. I really don't see this as being, remember, it's 2-2 ever since a 3-0 early run. Montreal has scored all theirs on breaks. Sakic again, but I don't know if there's enough time in this game for Colorado to score. Here's Adam Foote. Foote again, it'll be knocked away. DeVry. The shot no good, and Patrick Raw again will hold, and that's going to be the whistle. So right now it's Montreal 5-2 against Colorado, and you can see, look at it, oh, with a hard hit right in the back. I really do think, though, that this game, it's going to shift. It's going to become a little bit more competitive, and in the next game, I think it's going to be more of a solid game than a blowout. It might be 2-0 or 3-0. But Montreal, the pressure is on them. You see the puck. Jones' shot, what a snapshot and a save. If Colorado can get the next goal quickly, then you got, this game is still on. Here's Hinault. Hinault in a hard miss to Richard. Over to Richard, that's got to be Henry. Henry Richard to miss. There's Maurice, and he missed it there. Bourque over to Jones. Here's Ray Bourque, he's got a great slap shot. Bourque over to Hinault. Over, trying to feed it inside. Langway no good, and here's Howie Morenz. Morenz over to Richard. Here's the Rocket, and he can't have it. The Rocket has 2 goals. If he gets a third, you're going to get everybody here. Here's that yell, and a miss. You have Montreal thinking that this should be theirs. They would really covet a title like this. But this is only game number 1. And you know the fans think that they have everything here. Here's Yell. Yell, the shot no good. We've been getting earthquakes all day, and I am feeling one right now. A slight little tremor, and it's probably a force shock. And Richard no good again. Here's Richard to Robinson. To Luck, and it's going to be saved. We had an earthquake today, and I just felt another one. I could see the waves in my water, and I feel it when I'm sitting down. Maybe they're right. We're predicted to have one next week that's major. And they've been right. I'll tell you what, the person predicting has been right the last couple times. So you just got a broadcast during an earthquake, Larry Robinson. Lemieux will have it back, and he'll push it up. Here's Peter Forsberg with 3 minutes to go. Lefebvre to Podine. Podine Mahavlich over to Locke. Locke will push it over. And they're going to bring it down. Locke, and now it's going to be a fight for the puck. 5-2, Montreal leading Colorado. Geoffrion will have it. It's got to be 1-on-2. If they get, this is definitely game over or game on now. You know there's probably going to be another goal. Podine again. Podine, he has Forsberg up ahead. He won't go to him. He tries to go too late. Forsberg again. It'll be knocked away. But here we go. DeVry, a lot of penalties early. None ever since really the first. This, I think, has been penalty-free. Forsberg over to DeVry. DeVry again. Cornier the steal. They're going to push it ahead. Cornier. And all the way down behind, there's going to be a minute to go. Colorado desperately needing the next goal. Foot over to Forsberg. And they know they need it. Forsberg shoots and saves. Underneath a minute to go. Colorado down 5-2. Montreal leading. Fournier and a hard hit. Colorado leading in shots 33-28. DeVry! Oh, he had a Sakic wide open and he didn't go to him. Haydick again. It was wide open. Nobody saw him to the side. Blake again will push over to Bourque. Bork to Haydick, a smart pass, but he gets tripped up. Mahavlich under 10 seconds. There's possibly a shot here. Sakic, they got to get it in the middle. Haydick, the shot knocked away, and that's the end of 2. Five goals, all because they're wide open on breaks. And I missed the 5th one. It's 5-2. If you're Colorado, you're kicking yourself going, that's why you play series in hockey, because you're going to be like this. Now, the way you say it is if a team is up in shots, they're losing. If they're losing, they are losing. If a team is up in shots and they're winning, they are winning. That's how you say Colorado down by 3 and not Montreal up by 3. They're winning in shots. Here's Sakic again. And Morenz again over to... The reason you say that, it seems like a comeback is possible. Blake to Forsberg, and it skips on by. Sakic to Lemieux, and the whistle. I'll tell you what, this has been a hard-hitting... There's a power play? Did I miss something? Was there a penalty at the end of the last one? Was there? So here we go. It is 5-on-4. Shot, tip, no, and Raw will just hold. Anytime he gets it, he'll just hold. Unless he has a sure thing. Colorado, they're going to need about, in the next 10 minutes, they're going to need to get a goal. Robinson now. Pushed over to Yell, and Rice hit away. Stolen by Jones. That was a mistake by Raw, but it doesn't hurt. Chelios now, all the way down. They go to Chelios now. Ferenz all the way over. And here's Foote. Foote will go to Podine. Podine to Bellevue. Bellevue to DeVry. DeVry will hit it over. DeVry over to Jones. Jones in the middle. Couldn't get his offhand. Yells. Oh, it hit the post. They needed that to go. And Jones in front. Rebound DeVry into the net. And that's going to be a penalty, and that's going to hurt. That will hurt. Damphus now to Chelios, and that's going to be a penalty. Oh, my goodness. Greg DeVry, and oh, wow. Good blockage there by Patrick Raw. And DeVry will hit the ground. Greg DeVry. So here they go to Bork, and here's Blake over to Lemieux. Lemieux will bring it up. Lemieux over to Bellevue. Bellevue will have it. Bellevue will bring it out. Bellevue. And Sakic will push it up to Lemieux. Here's Lemieux. Claude Lemieux. Subban over to Langway to Bellevue. And they're going to bring it up now. Bellevue over this side and out to the side. Cornier. And that's going to be a hard hit. Bork to Lemieux, and they're going to bring it up. It's going to be one-on-one. Maybe Lemieux a long way away, and that's the thing. Subban is such a good defender. Even when they score goals, he's doing a good job. Damphus now. If you're Montreal, you're thinking it should be 5-1 because Subban had a good defensive play. Last rush. Sakic again, trying to get rid of it. Subban over to Richard. Morenz to Richard to shot. That's going to be a save. Blake into the side. Rob Blake. Now we're 5-on-5. Richard again. Richard bringing the shot. It's going to be a save. And Patrick Raw. Well, if you're Colorado, you're down by 3. You got to get a goal here. Close. If you get a goal, then people's eyebrows are raised. If you're Montreal, you just want. Look at the face-offs won. 27-10. That is something you can't fake. And that is something that'll help you, but it's 27-11 now. And there's the rush by Claude Lemieux. Here it is. He's got Forsberg ahead, and he can't get to Forsberg. But Foot over to Forsberg. Podine. Here's Foot, and they lose an opportunity. They couldn't hit Forsberg, but here they go, Richard. Maurice trying for the hat trick, and no good. And there's Patrick Roy. And he's tripping the Rocket. And a hard hit. So this is very big now. It's a 5-2 game. Foot into the corner. Over, and they're going to push it up. Here's Worrell. Parker, and Raw the save. So 5-2. Lefebvre scores, and that's the big one that they needed right there. Lefebvre got the shot. It was a long shot, and it was not a slap shot. I think it was more of a wrist shot. Look at that right there. It was a wrist shot. It was a face-off win, as we told you earlier. Colorado's going to love those face-off wins. If they go, it's 28-11 now in face-off wins, and that's a stat. When you look over a 7-game series and see if a team's going to win, or maybe they get upset because of unlucky bounces or whatever, the face-off wins are big, and now they win this one. It's 29-11. Jones to Lefebvre. They bring it down. Now they're going to be hitting hard. Uwe Krupp. Krupp to Jones. Jones in front. They score! Jones 2 in a row. And this is unbelievable. It's 5-4 now. David Jones, and they got Montreal on their feet. It's David Jones now. David Jones, they got Montreal on their feet now. Montreal is worried. Colorado is rushing. They need a goal. Boy, look at that fifth goal to make it 5-2. That looks so big now, doesn't it? It's now 5-4. Montreal leads Colorado. Here in the third, they have more shots, more face-off wins. But it is the fast break of Montreal while they have a 5-4 lead. They go to Lefebvre. How is this going to happen? And Chelios, it's going to be a hard hit. Yell over to Lefebvre. He's got a man in front. The shot, though, raw, and that's it. Oh, he almost screwed it up. Oh, my goodness, he almost blew that one. Here's Hinault. Hinault was in front and cut Jones to save. Here's Subban again. Subban are going to push it up to Geoffrion. Geoffrion will bring it up. He's into the Colorado end. Tries to get in the middle and misses. Lefebvre over to Yell. Yell will have it. It's going to be a 1-on-2. Yell, but they get Lefebvre trailing open. Save. Raw is saving it. You know that he will. It's going to be hard to beat him for the fifth goal. Cornier now. Cornier over to Luck. Every time Colorado shoots, they could get it open. They could tie the game. Every time they shoot, Krupp up. Here's Lefebvre. They're trying to get it to Sakic, but intercepted. Cornier. And now they're going to be a fight for the puck. Cornier picked out. Subban over to Langley. Here's Stamfus. Haydick again. Uwe Krupp. Krupp will take it for Colorado. A hard hit there. Turnover. Cornier. Cornier has it. They're going to look down to Bellevue. Bellevue, and that's going to be a save. A hard hit there. And it'll go into the corner, and Vinny D. Vinny D will go over to Sakic. Sakic over to DeVry. DeVry to Tanguay. Tanguay again. Here's Tanguay in the middle. The shot to save. And every time they're in the middle, Colorado could tie it up. I can't believe this game. It's game number 1. And right now it is that the fast breaks are the reason this game. It's just the fast breaks. And Montreal 5, Colorado 4, 50-31. In shots, that's a rare face-off win. It'll go to Richard. Richard over to the side. It'll be kicked down behind the net. This is game one of the finals here for the Legends Tournament. DeVry will bring it up. They go to Forsberg. Forsberg has it. Forsberg's got a man in front. Can't hit him. Can't hit Lemieux. And Richard the other way. He's got 2 goals already. This time it's 1-on-2. The low! Out of his glove. Out of his glove. And a penalty. A penalty on Montreal. And it'll be a power play for Colorado. DeVry, empty net now. Here they go, they push it up. Here's Lemieux. Lemieux the shot, and it's going to be a save by Patrick Roy. And now Colorado will have a chance. Down 3-0, Colorado has made it 5-4. They were winning the intangibles. You know, in basketball, there's so many scoring opportunities, and the scoring percentage is like, if you can't get the intangibles, you lose. Here, the intangibles over a series even out. But right now, it's 5-4 Montreal over Colorado. They win it. They can tie it up. 2 minutes of power play. The slap and the save. Yell in front. No, he can't get it. Danfus over to Mahavlich, and now they're going to clear all the way down. So they're going to get one clear on this power play. Mahavlich will take it, though. In front of Danfus. Can't have it. That might end up hurting him as Jones to Yell. It's 2-on-2. Yell again. Chelios. And they get it back. Mahavlich. And now they're going to clear it again. Halfway through the penalty with 8:19 to go. Bork will go around to the back. Blake over to Jones. Jones will bring it up over the blue line. To mid-ice. Podine. Podine to Yell. Yell, the shot no good. And Ra will hold it. And there'll be a whistle. Montreal 5, Colorado 4. And Rabi Chowdhury. Yep, Robbie Chowdhury. This is big game. They go to LaPointe. LaPointe will knock it away. They're going to clear, probably get the penalty cleared right now. And DeVry. Beauvue stole it, and he can't put it away. And I'm telling you what, right now, Montreal scores. It's going to take a miracle for Colorado. I think Colorado can tie it. Lemieux, no. And Rob will hold. I don't think it'll take a miracle to tie it down. But I think if Montreal scores, it will take a miracle. And, Bellevue, no penalty there. And in the beginning of the game, those 2 fast break goals. And hitting Maurice Richard to Rocket. Krupp, there's Richard again. The Rocket! No, he ran in, and another power play. It knocked off Raw's helmet. It knocked his helmet off. Watch this. The Rocket, he hit him so hard his helmet just came flying off. And now it's going to be a penalty. You know, with the rules, the run and gun, it's so hard when you play off sides. Then it's more of a third of the ice game. You don't get those runs. But when you go run and gun, you get a lot. It can be difficult. Langway again. It's going to be another penalty. Subban high and deep and all the way over. Remember, Montreal has a history, and they really want this because of their history, saying, yeah, we are the best, top to bottom. And it means so much to them. Jones in front, the shot, baby, and he falls on it. It went up in the air, and everybody's breath just absolutely stopped. And Morenz, he's a hard hitter, him and Gordie Howe, but no Gordie Howe. And let's see what happens here. 6 minutes to go in the game. Montreal 5, Colorado 4. Out and around to Larry Robinson. High and all the way down, halfway through the penalty, under 6 minutes to go. DeVry will push it up to Sakic. Sakic again, he's got one man. Lemieux, remember there's no offsides in here. Foot shot, save, and Raw again to save. And Raw will save it all with 5:28 to go. So Sakic, this is incredible. Damfusta Robinson, high and all the way down, but not all the way. Forsberg, it's going to be in the middle. Larry Robinson hit on the ground. Larry Robinson absent from this first game. He's been face planted a few times. Under 5 minutes to go, the penalty's over. Even strength, Lemieux. No, in front, Sakic, no! That's going to be a penalty on Sakic now. And now Montreal will get 2 minutes, and Mark Crawford's upset. He knew he benefited. He can't argue. He knew he benefited. But now he has to take it, and Joe Sakic. Watch this, one-on-one, and he hit Raw himself. He hit him himself. So under 5 minutes to go, 4:48 to go. It's going to be 2 minutes. Will they tie this game up or not? It's an incredible game now. Morentz is against 30. Here's Lefevre, and he'll shoot it down. They're going to try and get it up. Subban, 4.5 to go into the game. Richard on a power play, a hat trick, no. And they hit him right into the goal, and look at the goal. It's just being thrown around. And look at the face-offs, 35-15. They know what Colorado's going to do in game number 2. They're going to make the adjustments. They already have for fast breaks. After it was 3-0, it's 4-2 Colorado. But they need to make it a 3-goal difference, and Lefevre all the way down. High and deep. Here's Langway again. Langway off to the near side. They're going to push hard. And they're going to take it. Hard hit. They go to Subban. Subban will go over. Here's PK. PK again. They score. Would be big. And Richard over to Uwe Krupp. They're going to try and clear it. It's a balance between trying to score and clearing it. You don't want to let an odd man break go. They're fighting for the puck. There's 3 minutes to go. 24 seconds left. Uwe Krupp. It'll be knocked back. Remember, Maurice Richard has 2 goals in this game. Tanguay again. This will be the end of the Montreal power play. And now we're going to go even strength with 2.5 to go now. Subban will bring it over into the Colorado zone. They go to Langway over, and Lefevre no. Sakic will move it on to the near side. Haydick, no, that's not Haydick. I forget who that is, 25. A hard hit, and Montreal will take it. Hit hard again. Here's Podine. Podine fighting Subban for it. Subban wins. Langway on the near side. Under 2 minutes to go. Langway. Hard hit. The puck will go behind. Here's Claude Lemieux. Claude, a hard hit there. On to the very back. They're going to take a look. Lemieux. Lemieux with 1.5 minutes to go to Forsberg. A hard hit. Krupp over to Podine. Podine, no. And they go to Cornier. A hard shot. Will it be icing? No, it won't. Bellevue, save! What a save. They're still in the game. It's going to be about 1 minute to go. DeVry to Podine. Here's Forsberg. They got to get it out of their end. We're under 1 minute to go. Forsberg will take it to Lemieux. He's got to put everything he got into that. Lemieux taking a look. He's hit hard. Let's see what they're going to do. Here's Montreal's Bellevue. I don't believe it's an empty net now. Bellevue and Jones to steal. They go to Yell. He tried to push it ahead and can't have it. Robinson now. Jones will have it. It's 1-on-1 but knocked away. 30 seconds to go. Jones again in front. Jones has a goal earlier in the period. Locke under 30. The shot, he scores. Locke, and they're going to win game 1. Elmer Locke, the empty netter. And Montreal's going to win game number 1, 6-4. Elmer Locke, he picked up the goal at mid-ice. And just said, I'm going to take it, and almost missed it. And Elmer Luck. For Montreal's credit, they couldn't, Colorado couldn't get the puck out of their own end. And it was very difficult. And with 29 seconds to go, Montreal's going to win game number 1. I'm going to expect a really good game number 2. I think we're going to tell better where this series is going. In all honesty, I think Colorado played better after it was 3-0 off fast breaks. Montreal under 10 seconds. They're going to bring it down, and they're going to have it pushed hard in the back is Bork, and they're going to put it. Mahavlich will score. It's going to make it seem like it's 7-4, like a blowout, but in reality it was 5-4 with 2 empty net goals, and this one was with a second to go. Oh my, and it hit it and barely went in. So Montreal, and under a second, there is. So this is it. They put it to, actually no, that was 2 seconds to go. It was 1.10, but they work in the code, and right now it's 1-0 Montreal in this series. Patrick Roy is loving it. But a really close series, if you ask me. They got to stop. If Colorado plays third of the ice, then it's going to be hard for Montreal. Montreal had 5 breakaway wide open goals on passing, not necessarily on man rushes. But if Colorado slows it down, I mean, they have the advantage there. Colorado scored 2 early in the third, but they couldn't get that last one. 2 empty netters in the last minute, and the final is 7-4. So Ray Bork hit hard in the back to end this game, and then they picked it up and scored. Don't remember that. The third stars Frank Mahavlich, 1-1-7, a goal and an assist, and 7 hits. The second star, Maurice Richard, 2-0-6, 2 goals, no assists, 6 hits. The 2 breakaways early were very, very good. And the last one was Jean Bellevue, 1-1-13, a goal, assist, and 13 hits. And he really stymied Colorado and hurt them hard and did a lot of things that the stats don't necessarily say. Very quickly, the game stats. There's the goals. There are the shots on goals. When you take a look at the Colorado team stats, a lot of hits. It is 2 points for Lefevre. And you could always slow this down. Sakic, 13 hits. You only had 5 shots. That was about it. On the other side, the stats here, you had Langway, who had 3 points, all assists. He did a good job. Richard had 2 goals and no assists. Look at the hits there. Savard and Lapointe didn't get much ice time. Mahavlich and Carbonneau only got very little. Carbonneau, and he had 1 shot, but that was it. Vinny D, a lot of ice time, and they had to move it. Chelios had the most at 24 minutes. I believe, yeah. Well, Larry Robinson didn't really do too much. He had 10 hits, but he didn't really, he hit hard, but, offensively he didn't do too much. He really didn't hit. He hit, but he didn't stop too much. But he did stop on the sides. He was all right. He was good. I mean, he was one of the reasons they won, but you can see right now, I would put Langway with 3 hits. He was on the ice for 23 minutes, and it was really good. All right, that's going to be game number 1. Your final score here is 7-4. As you take a look, and we end this thing First of all, I want everybody to see that I'm going to overwrite the current file, and it will be good. And the next thing to see that it is 1-0 Montreal in the playoffs. And Colorado, well, I'll tell you what, Colorado, they played better. I think Montreal has their work cut out. Montreal has to change their style, and the reason is after the first period, I mean, it was 4-2 without the empty net goals, and look at the shots, look at the quality chances and everything. I think that it's going to be a very big game, but if Colorado steals game 2, then game 3's on home ice in Colorado. Oh, yeah. All right, that's going to be it for today. Have a great day, and we will see you later.